What's up, boys and girls? This is your boy Curtis Miso coming in hot with another video as promised. This is the product review slash financial recap of NBA Hoops retail. We opened a lot of it over the past 2 weeks. I spent $1,300 and I purchased, obviously on the secondary market, you're not finding this on shelves, 5 mega boxes, 6 blasters, 3 hangers, and 8 cello packs. And usually I've been collecting this data over the past year, and you're feeling okay. You're feeling pretty solid if you're getting 50% of your money back on a box based on value of the cards on eBay that you're pulling out of the box relative to what you paid for the box. Sometimes you're getting blanked. Occasionally you'll do better than 100%, but it really varies. And so I wanted to take a look at this product. I've sold a bunch of cards. I've done the calculated values on all of the cards worth over $5, and I got to a percentage, and I wanted to give you guys a recap to let you know what I think about the financial viability of buying hoops retail in the secondary market. First, I wanted to say I put this box in front. This is the hybrid hobby box that I started out with. Totally turned me off from hoops. I almost didn't want to open anymore after doing this. Let's get that out of here. Those boxes, I got blanked, and I knew that was a huge risk because I saw a lot of those boxes get opened online, and a lot of people are getting blanked. You just don't get enough cards, and you're not getting a guaranteed hit. And for $300, it's just trash. So I would avoid the hybrid hobby at all costs. Obviously, I did see someone pull a Ja Morant auto out of those, but that is, I mean, it's just not worth it. So we're sticking with retail, and I'll give you the recap of retail. First, before I get into the numbers, I wanted to show you some of my favorite cards out of the set, because I do think it's a really cool set, which is why I kind of went all in on it. One of the things that's cool about it is the inserts. And so here's one of the inserts I pulled. Obviously, this is the guy you're looking for, other than Ja and Zion. But the zero gravity insert, really cool card. I really like the old school kind of text on there with the, I don't know, 80s colors. Look at the back too, kind of got the gradient going on. So you got some really cool inserts. This is probably worth about $10. And then the other insert that I really like in this set that I think other people have mentioned as well, I only got 3 of them in all of this product that I opened, but arriving now. It's a cool one. Here's a hollow. The Zion arriving now, PSA, people already have it graded somehow, but the PSA 10, actually, you can get it's a pretty good deal. You can get them for like $90. The hollow, those, I saw one that I was following that's over $250. These are pretty rare, especially if you're going for a hollow, so I can see why that one would sell for more, obviously. Another thing I like about these is the cracked ice. Everyone loves, I certainly love cracked ice, and you're getting 8 guaranteed out of a mega box, or 10 out of the Walmart mega boxes. So I like the cracked ice parallels. That's not an insert, but and then the other thing I do really like, actually, and I think it's underrated, these We Got Next. There's a silver hollow. These We Got Next inserts. I got a Tyler Hero and an RJ Barrett. Didn't. These are all the ones that I pulled. Got a decent amount of them. Did not get Zion or Ja, unfortunately, but I think this is a cool set. I would like to think about collecting all of these. Yeah, so the other thing about the set is that I wanted to share with you is kind of the distribution of parallels that you're going to pull out of. I obviously opened a lot of product, and it depends on the box that you open because there's different parallels guaranteed in each box. But just to give you a sense, I got this. This is my stack of parallels. You get a ton of parallels in retail, and so you have it gives you more shots on goal is what I like to say. So it gives you more chance of hitting a Zion or a Ja or a Luka because you're getting just so many parallels. So these are my silver mojos. There's some greens. There's a fat stack of silvers. There's your green ice. There's your red ice, and then lasers out of the cello packs. And I did want to share with you, if you're looking at buying singles online, you can see this is a huge stack. And so a lot of these are going to be pretty common, so you might not want to pay as much, just because in a mega box, if you're guaranteed 10 red ice and 8 green ice, they're obviously going to be more common than some of the other inserts. One insert that I found to be extremely uncommon, that is going to be worth more, are these actually, I don't, oh, here it is. These silver scope cards. So I opened all of those boxes I mentioned. I only pulled 3 silver scope, and you're not guaranteed in the box. So if you're looking at these parallels, they should be selling for more. Another one that's pretty uncommon is these blue and these teal parallels. I think these come in every possible variation, but they're not guaranteed, or they're certainly less common than like a green prism or a red prism. So I only pulled 5 of these in all of those boxes. So maybe look out for those and you can maybe find some arbitrage if you find those selling for the same price as some of these other parallels. And then this is just a stack of rookie parallels that I pulled relative to that. So obviously this is where you can pull the big Zion or Jaws, which are not included here, but I did pull some of that. Another thing to let you know is just how rare these are. So this is I pulled 1 auto and 1 numbered card out of $1,300 a product. So that tells you a few things, is that you don't expect an auto when you're ripping retail, which is obvious, but also if there's only 1 numbered card in all of that product, that means they're printing a ton of this product, which is a little bit concerning for long-term value, but you know, it is what it is. So here's a blue laser Blake Griffin, numbered 299. Not bad. I got it up for 25 bucks on eBay. Hopefully get 20 or 15 bucks for it. I'm not a solid player, but not one of the more popular ones. I'm not particularly a fan of his, so happy to sell it. This Markelle Fultz auto is worth maybe 20 bucks. I'm just gonna hang on to it with hopes that he, you know, obviously has all the potential in the world. Maybe he becomes what he was originally supposed to be. So no reason to flip that for 20, for just a quick 20. And then if we get into, and I do have some bigger cards I'm going to show you, but if we get into the financial recap, so I've sold, actually, well, let me just show you the big cards first, just so you have something to look at while I'm talking. So I did pull a lot of Ja and a decent amount of Zion. I already flipped a couple smaller inserts of those two, but the big ones are still here for you to look at. And I went nuts. Actually, so here's Zion. I didn't do great. I only somehow pulled 1 base Zion, but here's all the Zions I pulled. These 2 are probably going to go to PSA. So I pulled a lot of tribute. I pulled a rainbow of the tribute, which is an insert rookie of Zion. I pulled a laser out of a cello. I pulled a base, which was pretty clean. I pulled a green ice out of a mega, and I pulled a silver. Silver's worth the most. This is probably worth 70. You know, that's kind of what they're going for. This might be worth 50 or 60. This might be worth 60. This might be worth 20. Obviously a lot more if these go to 10. So I didn't do great on base Zions. I only pulled 1 base Zion. I think these are going for 30 roughly on eBay. And I am going to sell all 3 of these. They're already listed. So those are the Zions that I pulled, but Ja, it was insane how much Ja was dropping out of my boxes, and I wasn't mad about it because I love the pose that he has. And I pulled a rainbow of Ja. So pulled 3 base Ja, one of which might be worth grading. And then I pulled 3 of these bad boys. I pulled the red cracked ice, which you saw in my earlier video if you watched it. I pulled a purple mojo off camera, not mojo, purple disco off camera out of, what is disco? Out of a hanger, pretty centered, good surface. And I pulled the big one, the silver, perfectly centered. So these are each worth $150, and this is worth $300 currently on. That's roughly what these are going for on eBay. Obviously, if they go to a 10, this is going to be worth a lot more. So really happy about that. And look at that pose. That is just awesome. I think that's a card that could hold some value. I mean, you get a cool picture like that. People tend to desire the card. So let me just stand these up and back while I now talk about the financials a little bit. I will just stand these 2 up. if I can. Okay, so now if we go into the financials, I'm just gonna look at my crude writing here. So I've sold already $175 of cards on eBay from these boxes. That included a silver Luka. The biggest cards were a silver and a green Luka, which were both around $30 to $40 a piece. And then a bunch of smaller cards, some like a silver Rui, and $15 each for a Zion class of 2019 and a Ja tribute. So I've sold $174 of cards so far. I am keeping $706 of cards, so that includes these 3 Jaws, which I already told you about, which are add up to a total of kind of 603. So obviously those are the prize of what I pulled. And that also includes these 2 Zions, which add up to about $70 of cards. Obviously, if these do turn out to grade out to 10s, then that number is going to be a lot higher. And then I'm selling $233 of product currently listed or going to be listed from the boxes. That includes some of these Zions that I'm less interested in, and just an assortment of kind of random cards, some nice RJ Barrett tribute parallels, nice KD first year, Silver Mojo, nice KD hollow. And I'm just keeping some of the bigger ones. And so if you do the math on it, you add up the 174 sold, the 706 kept, the 233 selling, you get to $1,100 in value, pulled out of $1,300 of product, which is an 85% return on investment. If any of these cards really grade to a 10, it gets pretty close. It's going to get a lot closer to 100%. And so I have to say the return on NBA hoops for me this year has been really good. I will take 85% with just raw values of cards all day. And frankly, I'm probably going to buy some more. But although I did, to be fair, I probably did better than what you'd expect on average. Just pulling this many base jaw parallels, I would not expect that to happen. You would expect at least 1 or 2 out of as many cards as I opened, but I think I did better than average. And certainly the odds of getting that big hit out of retail, we know retail odds aren't great for that, but the fact that I spent $1,300 and all I have to show for it are these 2 cards, this could be, the odds of this being a Ja, Zion, Luka, LeBron, extremely low. It could easily be it could easily be a JJ Redick. It could just as easily be a Wendell Carter Jr. More, there's Fultz again. And same with this auto. I don't know how big the auto set is, but I'm sure it's big. And so, don't expect to get that big hit, but I think the return's decent, and it's certainly going to be a lot better than the hybrid hobby box, in my opinion. So that's going to do it for the financial recap. I've got a bid out to buy another lot of hanger boxes. I think I might be going big. I want to hit some of those rookie variations, which are only in the hanger boxes. So from here on out, I'm probably only going to be buying hanger boxes and mega boxes. The blasters I probably will avoid. I don't need any more, and probably the cellos as well. I don't really need any more parallels of these parallels. I'm really looking for variation rookies at this point, and maybe some Zion parallels. But anyway, that's going to do it for the financial recap. If you have any questions, please comment on the video. And also, I noticed it got a decent amount of views on my last hoops video. It seems to be a really popular rip. Would really appreciate some likes or subscriptions to the channel. Really trying to grow our influence and get more people watching this stuff. It is expensive to be opening these cards, and we're certainly not earning any money off the channel, but it'd be great to have more people following and kind of build a community around the channel. So well, I certainly appreciate you guys watching. I hope this video was at least moderately informative, and this is Curtis Miso signing off. Thanks, guys.